Hey there! So if you've watched my first two videos, then you've started getting a good feel for this A minor pentatonic scale. In my second video, we talked about vibrato, sustaining notes, subtle bends, and we also talked about call and response phrasing. Kind of question and answer, playing short phrases and responding to them. Now, I'd like to add one more thing to our mix. Actually, several more. Excuse me. Hammer-ons, pull-offs, and slides. These will add so much to your playing. You can dress up the scale, and we'll also learn a little bit about being able to move on one string to the next tone in the scale. Yes, each string you can play up and down that one string and play the entire notes of the scale. So let's tune up and get started. First we have E, A, D, G, B, and E. Next we have the A minor pentatonic scale. Now let's talk about slides. If we slide a note, we basically can play a note on a lower fret and slide up to the next tone in the scale on the same string. I can also do that with my third finger. Now if I can slide up, I can slide down. You can try sliding up with your first finger, sliding down with your third finger, and vice versa, up with your third. Whoops, vice versa, up with your third, down with your first. Or the same finger over and over. You can also slide up 3 frets on the top 2 strings. So these slides work really well in the context of playing blues phrases. The whole step slides, which are 2 frets, are much easier than 3 frets. And these are awkward. You have to pretty much start with the finger below the note, way down here, and then slide up to it. You can use your first finger, and that would actually be the easiest way, because that's a way to shift up to here and play these 2 notes, and then the next 2 notes in the scale are right here. So that's another thing. We can actually play up to the next note in the scale, and we can play backwards this way. Which is 2 notes higher than here. So now we have some new territory to fret. We can also do some other things. We can hammer on and pull off from a lower note. That's a hammer on, where I pluck the note and then hammer my finger on the higher note on the same string. You can do that on every note in the scale. Now, pull-offs are the exact opposite. We fret the higher note, leaving our fingers fretted on the lower note as well of the scale. So we have 2 notes fretted already. We play the higher note and pull our finger down, plucking the string itself with our finger, and it sounds out the note on the lower fret. So that's a pull-off. Pull-offs are harder than hammer-ons. You can practice doing both. And then this is last but not least a hammer-on trill, which we do a hammer-on pull-off trill. So we call it a trill, where we just repeat the same hammer-on pull-off over and over. You can do that on every string. Harder on the bottom string. The third string is the easiest. So there you go. Those are hammer-ons and pull-offs. These are slide. You add that to bends. You've got a whole library of new phrases to play. Have fun playing. See you in the next video.